Hello. Hi. Welcome to our live today. You may have noticed that we have a slight change of scenery. From the title, you may have also noticed that we are in the kitchen doing a little cook along together today. So I thought, let's just mix it up a little bit because some of you may have realized that I really like to cook. And particularly, I like to make things that are healthy, yummy alternatives to maybe less healthy, but still yummy foods. So with Easter coming up, I know it can be quite a stressful time for a lot of people. I do personally find it slightly stressful just because I love chocolate. I love chocolate so much. I almost always have a block of dark chocolate in the fridge or in the cupboard, depending on exactly where I am. Sometimes I put it in the freezer if I want to slow myself down a little bit. But over the years, I have switched to basically as dark as I can get. So now the minimum I'll have is 85%, which I actually do have a block of at the moment. Literally just went for the Coles brand, but normally I do get Lindt at least 95. Recently, I actually bought a 99%, which I haven't done in a while because I haven't seen them, which is like a completely different experience. If you like milk chocolate, eating dark chocolate, particularly chocolate that is so dark that it's almost just pure cacao, is a very, very different experience. If anyone does start going for the 95s to 99%, I recommend just breaking off a tiny bit, sitting it on your tongue, and just sitting with it for a moment and enjoying it. And I think that's my favorite feeling because it's very bitter. It's a completely different experience. But once you sit with it and you feel the bitterness of it, it's like it infiltrates your whole body and you can feel all of those wonderful endorphins and the neurotransmitters that help your body to cultivate more of. So on that note, today we are actually making a detox approved chocolatey snack. I wanted to do a detox approved one just for anyone who is currently on detox during Easter and really doesn't want to miss out on anything, chocolatey or sweet and yummy. But also for those who aren't on detox, I did this, to be honest, I prepared one yesterday to test, that it would work like I wanted it to, and it did. And then I ended up eating it last night after dinner. So I had to make another one last night. But anyway, it's delicious. And I'm not on detox, but I made half that was like a non-detox version. I basically just added in a few extra bits. And then one half I made fully detox. So you can do both. If you're on detox, you just follow the basics. There's literally just 3 ingredients. But if you're not on detox, you can add in a few other fun things. So let's get started. I don't know. For those who can't see my setup, we've got the laptop going with the StreamYard Facebook Live. And then I've also got my phone going with an Instagram Live. So let's just see what happens. I know I can angle the... Okay, so... And this one... All right. One moment, I think I can get this to work. Oh, okay, fun. Let's go this way. All right, that'll have to do. Beautiful. So, if any of you saw our email, or I think we sent out an email. There we go. Beforehand, you will have seen what ingredients you needed. So all you need is a YoPro or our other approved yogurt if you're making a detox version. Oh, that's upside down. There we go. You'll also need this Avalanche sugar-free drinking chocolate. They do also have like a white chocolate version, which is delicious. You could use that. You could omit this altogether, to be perfectly honest, but we're going with a chocolatey theme, Easter chocolate theme today. And then also some sugar-free maple syrup because it's delicious and it's going to make this an even more incredible experience. Another optional one, which can be used obviously on detox or not on detox, is just a bit of salt. I am a salt fanatic. I put salt in everything, even sweet things. because it's a flavor enhancer and just a dash goes a long way. So just a teeny tiny bit of salt. And I'm sure everyone's had like a salted dark chocolate or a salted caramel before. So yeah, it's a thing and I'm going to roll with it. So literally all we are going to be doing is you want to open up your protein yogurt or whatever approved yogurt that you are using. And then we are just going to pop in our sugar-free drinking chocolate. So if you're on detox, do measure. If you follow your guide, you'll see exactly what our kind of allowance is per day. But I'm just going by eye, and I think that might be about what I used last night. So we'll see. And then all we're going to do is simply mix. I mean, you could put this into a larger bowl and mix it. I've done both ways because, as I said, I have now made this twice. This is my third time making it because I ate it all. And it worked both ways. And then what I might actually do already, there we go. So now you can see, I mean, if you're doing this at home and you don't necessarily need it to look aesthetically pleasing, doesn't really matter if you spill a little bit of the chocolatey powder. We're going to put in a dash of the sugar-free maple syrup now. It does make it a little bit easier to mix. And then, like I said, I'm a saltaholic, so that will go a long way. You won't even taste it. It's not going to taste salty. It's just going to taste better, really. Okay, so we're mixing. Want to just keep on mixing until it goes smooth. So we did also say in kind of the description for this live today that I would be talking about the health benefits of chocolate, because most people don't realize chocolate is actually incredibly healthy. The actual cacao itself, not necessarily the blocks of chocolate that we're used to seeing on the supermarket shelves. Some of them are definitely healthy. Like I said, I personally won't buy anything less than 85%. Having said that, on occasion and this weekend, I almost definitely will eat a tiny bit of milk chocolate. But in terms of like an everyday snack or kind of what's in my weekly routine, I would say always a block of dark chocolate, 85% minimum. Lots and lots of health benefits. We'll get to that in a sec. So as you can see, my yogurt mixture is nice and smooth. Had to do a smell test. It smells delicious and sweet and chocolatey. So we are going to grab just any container. This happens to be the best size that I could find. And all you're going to do is just pop your yogurt mix in there. And I actually don't know if it said it on the description, but in case you haven't figured it out, we are making a chocolate yogurt bark. So if anyone's made chocolate themselves at home, which I absolutely have, making it into a bark is kind of the easiest way to go, because you're basically making a block of chocolate, but it's allowed to be imperfect because it looks a little bit more, artistic and fun. So that's what we're doing here. Also, frozen yogurt is delicious. One of my absolute favorite textures, and testament to that is the fact that I already ate one of these last night. So it works very, very well. So literally all you have to do there is just spread it out. Doesn't even have to be even. Like I said, it's artesian, technically. Homemade. It can be whatever you want. Yeah. There we go. That's all you have to do. And then for those who aren't currently on detox and may be wanting to add in a little bit of crunch or a little bit of something else different, you could do anything. I actually thought about putting in frozen raspberries. That would be delicious. Or goji berries. Unfortunately, I didn't have any. Another one of my favorite, actually potentially my all-time favorite chocolate combos is cacao nibs and coconut flakes or desiccated coconut. But today we have some slithered almonds, so I'm just going to sprinkle a few on top. Again, if you're on detox, unless you're on phase 3, the almonds would not be part of your program. But as I said, I'm not on detox and I just feel like adding a little bit of crunch. The one that I did last night, I also broke up a few tiny bits of my 85% block and flaked them in. So that's also a good option. Yeah, goji berries are delicious. You could definitely put fresh fruit in here. I actually saw online a few people putting in like slices of banana, which would also be yummy. I just want to kind of, you don't have to do this. It's just my OCD or something kicking in there. And then all you're going to do is pop the lid on, pop this in the freezer. It doesn't need very long. A couple of hours and it will be set enough. If you like it a little bit softer, less. Overnight, obviously that's why we're doing it today, so it's ready for tomorrow. And then it's good to go. So I'm going to pop this in the freezer. And while I'm there, okay, we're back. Okay, and while I'm there, I will grab out the one that I prepared earlier. All right, so you saw the before. This is the after. Hopefully you can get a decent view of it. Delish. Delish. So this side you'll see is the non-detox side. This is one that's got a little bit of almond and also the dark chocolate flakes in there. And then this one on my left is the detox version. So I'll give you just a little bit of a close-up. I've literally just pulled it apart. So because it's like bark, it'll just kind of break itself apart into nice little pieces. So we'll hold it up for Instagram first and then for Facebook. So yeah, you can kind of get a good idea. It's literally just like a delicious bark. So yummy. And then this is, I'm just trying to pick the right size piece. This is one that I made that's got dark chocolate and almonds in it. Delish. You might want to take it out of the fridge or freezer, 10 or so minutes before if you like it a little bit softer. But as I said before, I did want to quickly talk about some of the health benefits of chocolate. For anyone who wants to know more, this afternoon I will be posting an Instagram story that's going to be fun and educational at the same time, two of my favorite things. And it's going to talk about the health benefits of chocolate. But one of my main benefits that I love is that it's a very, very high source of magnesium as well as iron. So I personally, anytime I'm craving chocolate, I just tell myself it's the magnesium. So I'll eat a little bit of dark chocolate. The darker it is, really, the more good quality pure cacao it has in it, the more it's going to have all of these health benefits. Because really, if you're eating anything that's a lower percentage of cacao, it's going to have a lot of other things in there that aren't giving you those benefits. So you want to get as potent as possible to get all of those benefits. There are some other amazing benefits. It's actually 40 times higher in antioxidants than blueberries per 100 grams. So it's a very, very potent source of antioxidants as well as those minerals. It's also really high in flavonoids. So this is potentially where it gets a lot of its health benefits. It's so good for heart health, memory, cognition. It significantly reduces your chances of developing stroke or having heart conditions or a heart attack. Helps to balance out LDL cholesterol. So it also potentially, because of a lot of the polyphenols, helps to increase your nitric oxide, which then dilutes blood vessels. So that's why it's also really good helping to balance out blood pressure. Some people do use it I actually use it as a pre-workout. Sometimes before a workout, I'll literally have a cup of coffee and just a square or half a square of really dark chocolate. And or before a run, when I used to be able to run long before I was injured, that was my favorite pre-workout because I would just be on top of the world after. It releases so many endorphins and neurotransmitters like your serotonin that help you to feel kind of those enhanced levels of joy. And serotonin is also really relevant for pain too. So it really helps. It helps with everything. I literally say that cacao is medicine. So the best ways to eat it, as I said, 85% or up, about 50 grams a week. So for reference, This block is 100 grams. So about half of this a week has been shown to have significant health benefits. If you do any more, I don't know if you're really getting any more of the benefits. So I tend to stick to that. I'll be honest, sometimes I'll go through a block a week. Normally I aim for half. Or another really good way to get all the benefits of cacao without necessarily having to eat like blocks of chocolate is to add raw cacao powder to your smoothies, to your oats, to your protein shakes. If you're making any kind of healthy bliss balls or protein balls, you can add it in there too, to get all those health benefits. So as I said, jump on our Instagram stories this afternoon because I'll be posting some fun educational things in there. And also a really big reminder that our Easter sale is currently going on. So it's 30% off store-wide. You have to use the code. Pretty sure it's Easter 30, but it says it all over our socials and our emails. So you can jump on there and see. Be sure to stock up if you've been waiting or thinking about buying any of our SBN products or programs. Now is the perfect time. So make sure you take advantage of that. Have a lovely Easter. Be sure to let us know how you enjoy your pure medicinal cacao this long weekend. And yeah, I hope everyone stays safe and has a lovely Easter. Bye.